What is going on, everybody? In this video, we're going to create a game of rock, paper, scissors for beginners. So let's get started. As a beginner, when creating a project, it could be helpful to you to break down a project into smaller steps. Just as comments, I'm going to list the different steps that we'll need to take. So let's say first we will declare our variables, then get a choice from the user, get random choice for the computer, check win conditions, who won, ask to play again. Then at the end, we will display a goodbye message. It may be helpful to you as a beginner to list the different steps that your program is going to take, just for more organization. Alright, let's work on step 1. We will declare our variables. We'll need a scanner because we're accepting user input. Scanner equals new scanner. Within the set of parentheses, we will type System.in. Import the class for scanners. Import java.util.Scanner. And then we will close our scanner when we're done with it. Scanner.close, because we don't want to leave any resources open. We will be generating random numbers. We will need to create a random object. Random equals new random. And then import this class as well. Import java.util.Random. We're going to create an array of choices. They will be strings, rock, paper, or scissors. We will create a string array named choices equals an array. This will be an array of strings. At the first index, we'll have rock, then paper, then scissors. We'll store our choice within a variable. This will be a string. We'll name this variable playerChoice. I will declare this variable, but not yet assign it. And the computer's choice. String computer choice. We're going to create a while loop that will ask the user to play again when they reach the end. We'll create a string variable of playAgain, and I will set this to be yes. Basically, while playAgain is yes, continue the game. Let's work on our next step, get the choice from the user. We need to prompt the user. We'll use a print line statement and say, enter your move. I'll add a set of parentheses that says rock, paper, scissors, just so the user knows what to type in. I'll use print instead of println, because I prefer user input on the same line. Once we have our prompt, we're going to assign our playerChoice variable. playerChoice equals, we will use our scanner to get some user input. We need to accept a string so we can use the nextLine method to accept a line of text. In case a user types in any uppercase characters, for example, rock, we could follow this with the toLowerCase method, just to make it all lowercase, whatever the user types in. Accept the next line of user input, then make it lowercase, just for consistency. Now we should have our playerChoice. We need a way to determine to see if this user input is valid. Did the user pick rock, paper, or scissors? Or something else entirely? Well, we could use an if statement for that. We're going to be checking to see if our playerChoice doesn't equal rock, and doesn't equal paper, and doesn't equal scissors. So we can write the following statement. We're going to use the not logical operator first. Not will give you the opposite, the inverse. If playerChoice, use the equals method, pass in a string of rock. If the player's choice doesn't equal rock, then we'll use the and logical operator. And the player's choice doesn't, again I'm using the not logical operator, equals paper. Again, we're going to use the and logical operator. And just to help with readability, because we're going to have one really long line, I'm going to place these conditions on a new line each. This will help with readability. And take our player choice, not equals scissors. We're linking three conditions together. If our player choice doesn't equal rock, and our player choice doesn't equal paper, and our player choice doesn't equal scissors. If all of these conditions are true, that means a user didn't type in something that's valid. So let's do the following. Again, I'm within my set of curly braces. We'll output the following. We'll say something like invalid choice. All right, let's perform a test run. Enter your move, rock, paper, scissors. Let's choose rock. Nothing happens, that's good. Paper, nothing happens. Scissors, nothing happens. All right, I'm going to type in something that's not rock, paper, or scissors. I choose the gun. Invalid choice. That's good. That's what we want. We're picking something that's not rock, and is not paper, and is not scissors. So we execute this if statement if that's the case. Now for the next step, we have to get a random choice for the computer. We don't need user input this time. We will assign our variable of computerChoice equals access our array of choices at a given index. 0 would be rock because it's the first value in our array. 1 would be paper, 2 would be scissors. Well, why don't we use our random object, random, and call the nextInt method. Then pass in 3. This method of our random object would return a random number between 0 and 2. 0 for rock, 1 for paper, 2 for scissors. Then we'll output it using a print line statement. Let's say computerChoice, colon space, then add our variable of computerChoice. Let's do a test run. I'll type in rock. The computer picks paper. I will pick paper. The computer picks scissors. I will pick scissors. The computer picks scissors as well. All right, we know that that works. Using this method of our random object, we're generating a random number as the index. Now here's the tricky part. We have to check all the win conditions. I feel like the best way to handle this would be to create an if statement, followed by an else if statement, followed by an else statement. Within our if statement, this will be for a tie. Let's output the following. It's a tie. Our else if statement will be used if you win. We'll output you win. Else will be used for you lose. You lose. If we have a tie, that means the player's choice is equal to the computer's choice. That's how you get a tie. Within the if statement, we can check the following condition. If our player choice variable use the equals method of strings, then pass in the variable of computerChoice. We're comparing two strings. They're reference data types, so we're going to use the equals method. You can't use double equals because then you're comparing memory addresses of two different strings. We're going to be using equals, the equals method. If these two strings are equal, we'll print it's a tie. Now for the win conditions, within this else if statement, this is where things are going to get kind of tricky. We're going to list all of the different win conditions within our else if statement. First, we'll check if the player picks rock and the computer picks scissors. If our player choice use the equals method, if the player picks rock, a string of rock, and the computer's choice equals, let me zoom out a little bit, scissors. That means we win. Within our condition of our else if statement, we'll be adding the different win conditions, but temporarily I'm going to add a few else if statements just to help me explain this. So if we pick rock and the computer picks scissors, that means we win. But we will also win if the player picks paper and the computer, let's add that right here, picks rock. That means we also win. And then temporarily, I'll add another else if statement. Else if the player picks scissors and the computer picks paper, that also means we win. We could condense all of these else if statements into one, but we'll do that in a moment. I just want to be sure that it all works first. Let's do a test run. I will pick rock. The computer picks scissors. That means we win. I will pick paper. The computer picks paper. It's a tie. I'll keep playing until I lose. I will pick scissors. The computer picks paper. We win. Let's try scissors again. The computer picks rock. We lose. We know that these different win conditions are working. This is fairly readable, but if you prefer, we can condense all of these steps down together into one else if statement. Optionally, what you could do with our first win condition, let's enclose them within a set of parentheses. Then I will use the OR logical operator. Let me zoom in so you can see it. I'm adding OR to the end. Or, let's take the entire condition within our else if statement, then paste it after the OR logical operator. And these do need to be enclosed within a set of parentheses. And we can delete this else if statement. We'll add the OR logical operator to the end. Cut this condition for the next else if statement, and delete this else if statement. And paste it. So here's our else if statement. There is a lot going on here. This should work too, but if you prefer to keep it the other way just for readability, feel free to do so. If you like to condense some of the code, here's how you could do that. So let me just be sure that everything's working fine. I will pick rock, computer picks rock, it's a tie. I will pick paper, computer picks scissors, you lose. I will pick scissors, computer picks paper, you win. All right. This else if statement does work. Again, if you would prefer to add more else if statements, feel free to keep it the other way. Now we need to ask the user if they want to play again. After displaying either it's a tie, you win, or you lose, we'll add a prompt. I will use print instead of print line. I'll ask play again. Yes/no. We have one variable we haven't used yet, our playAgain variable, and currently it's yes. playAgain equals use our scanner, use the nextLine method, and I will take the user's input and make it lowercase right away. toLowerCase method. We're going to enclose all of our code right before the variables within a loop, a do-while loop. So we'll say do all this code while some condition remains true. Let's cut all of our code, cut it, and then paste it within this do-while loop. So with the do-while loop, we do all of this code once, and then check the condition at the end. What's our condition going to be? We'll continue playing while our playAgain variable equals a string of yes. playAgain equals yes. One more change we're going to make. If the user picks something that isn't valid, we're going to skip the current iteration of this loop. We can use continue for that. We want to go back to the beginning if a user types in something that isn't valid. Then the last step is to create a goodbye message. We're doing this outside of the while loop, because when we're outside of the while loop, that means we're no longer playing. Let's print the following. Thanks for playing. All right, let's run this one last time. I will pick rock. Computer picks scissors. You win. Play again. I'm going to type yes. Enter your move. I will pick paper. Computer picks rock. You win. I will play again. I will pick scissors. The computer picks rock. You lose. I'm going to type no to play again. And we escaped that do-while loop. Thanks for playing. Alright everybody, so that is a game of rock, paper, scissors you can make using Java.